Hi, this is Josh Lambert and CZ, will take everyone through the 15.9 Global Search Group. I am interim product manager for the Global Search Group. CZ, you want to introduce yourself briefly as well?
Yes. Hi, I'm CZ. I'm the engineer manager of the Global Search Group at GitLab. Happy to share the 15.9 planning with you.
Awesome. So let's jump into it. Here we have the 15.9 planning issue that we use to discuss what we'll be working on. And I'll be taking us through the features, and CZ will be taking us through the rest of the work here. So the first item that we want to continue to work on is our overall user search improvements. If you've been looking at a few of the past videos, you will have noticed that we've been working on this for some time. We have the index complete, and now we're working on more of the UI. So we're working on adding advanced search filtering in the group R project for advanced search. So right now, if I go into the search bar and search for myself, you can see we do have users show up here, but once I click on users, you will notice that the advanced search indicator goes away. So this is currently using our basic Postgres search instead. And so we want to convert this over to utilizing advanced search and all of its benefits. So that is what will be happening here as far as this work here. So improve performance and overall search query results. And then similarly, we'll be working on taking this forward and also using that same user search index to improve the performance of auto suggestion. So for example, when I'm in an issue and I want to comment or @mention Dimitri, you can see it takes some time to return. And one of the things that we want to do here with this is that instead of leveraging Postgres, we want to leverage Elasticsearch for this and our advanced search functionality to have a much more performant auto-suggestion API. So I'm particularly looking forward to this one, as I think this is a very common task that a lot of folks perform. And if we can speed it up, it'll have a high impact. Next up, we are working on removing the feature flag for filtering by language. I believe that's, nope, sorry. We're actually adding support for filtering by language. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself. And so you can see here our design and what we're executing towards. We're quite close here. We want to wrap up the front end work, but really looking forward to this. It's the first additional faceting option or filtering option that we have with the new left rail navigation that we added a couple of releases ago. So looking forward to having this as the first step towards these additional filtering options. And then moving on actually towards the feature flag removal. This is a pretty simple cleanup here, hopefully, where we introduce that vertical nav, and we want to go ahead and actually remove the feature flag because it's available in production, it's rolled out successfully, and it's all good. And so we want to just go ahead and do that cleanup operation. We're also working on two other items here to improve some of our CLI interface and some of the rake tests that we offer. I'm going to output a little more information for debugging purposes if you call the info task, and also perform re-indexing in certain conditions as well. And then lastly, to wrap up our feature work here, we are evaluating a platform change for code search. And so we are looking at a couple other options here, as you can see from this issue. We looked at GitLab, a couple other ones, and we're currently in progress with a Zoot-based POC. And so we're going ahead and continuing to take a look at that and explore what that might look like in the product. And so far, it's actually pretty exciting. We have a working POC, at least, in a dev environment where you can actually make calls against Zoot from the GitLab UI, which is pretty awesome. So that's what we're working on here. And the overall goal of this, of course, is to improve our code search results. There are right now challenges with exact substring matching, as well as returning multiple results, multiple hits in a single file. And so we want to help try and make sure we can solve those problems, as well as a couple other options here, as well as you can see from our search criteria or evaluation criteria. And so with that, I'll pass it over to CZ to take us through the maintenance and the bugs and the rest of the work.
Thank you, Josh. Happy to talk through the maintenance and bugs that we are trying to address. For the maintenance work, the first one is an overall GitLab effort to migrate the drop-down list to our new Pajamas framework. So we'll pick up one task from our team and finish it in 15.9 release. The next one is we have done a lot of improvements in our top level search bar in previous releases. There's some of the cleanup work that I have to do, for example, the feature flag. So the work is done, we can also clean up the feature flag. So we are going to handle this work in the next release as well. Next one, we have received a lot of feedback that customers reporting that there's some missing information in the index. So we had a proposal to fix this issue in 15.7. We had the proposal in 15.7, and we plan to implement the proposal in 15.9. Another work that we're going to do under maintenance is roll out the index lifecycle management work behind the feature flag. So the index lifecycle management work was to address scaling issues we have seen with our growing index. Currently, the work is behind the feature flag. We're going to test it in next release, and hopefully we'll release it. So another piece of maintenance work we hope to address is flaggy tests. So we have a few flaggy tests. We temporarily disabled it, but eventually we wanted to look at those issues and address the problem in those tests and re-enable it to make sure the quality of our product. Other than the maintenance work, we are also scheduled a few bug fixes. I probably won't go into the details, but feel free to check the links we put in this planning issue. The last one I want to mention is we also planned some documentation updates. We have some feedback from our customers asking what are the permissions that required on a Elasticsearch node together with the GitLab instance. So we are going to investigate it, and hopefully we can update our documentation to list the required permissions that your cluster, Elastic cluster node needs. I think that's all.
Awesome. Thanks, CZ, for walking us through those. And we are really excited about the 15.9 features. And we can't wait to get them out to all of you. That's it for 15.9. Stay tuned for 15.10 next month, and we'll see you all then. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.